Talk365 Small Talk is brought to you by University Credit Union.
Hey everybody, I'm Holly Love, and we are small talking once again at Aesthetics Plus of Utah with Claudia Lewis. Claudia, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.
Now, we have been friends for a long time. Miss Claudia has been supplying me with Lyra facial products for the last year almost.
Yeah.
That went by really fast. It's completely changed my life, changed my skin. We're going to get to that in a little bit because today we are talking about your story. You have been an esthetician, you've been in this business for a long time, and it is a hard industry. Tell me how you got going.
Well, I originally got into the business because of my skin. I have acne, and I was in my late 40s. I suffered from acne, but it was from 28 on.
Really?
And I wanted to find, help just my skin. So I went to school before licensure was even in existence.
To be an esthetician,
Right.
you didn't
And
have to have a license.
You didn't.
Okay.
And I fell in love with the business.
Nice.
So I left the big corporation, went to work. I was national sales manager for a skincare company. Learned a lot. The woman was amazing, you know, the knowledge I got. And that's where I really got my initial start. Was there, traveled a lot, and then my husband passed away. I thought, I've got to get my life back together. So I went back to the big corporate. And was only there about 2 years and taught school at night during that time.
You were teaching here at a
Yes.
local school that for people who are getting their esthetician
Yes.
license, right? Which school was that?
It was Skinworks.
And they're still
They're
working.
still here. They're on 21st, and that's the only place I hire people. Their education is one of the best.
Nice. That's nice to know. What did it take? Because we've talked to a lot of business owners. This segment is about entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurial spirit and believing in yourself and what it takes to actually make that leap. It's scary, right? What did it take for you to be able to finally get this place and decide you were going to do it?
The truth?
Yeah.
The truth was, I worked for a big corporation nationwide, and I could see the writing on the wall. They were offering buyouts, and at that time, a doctor approached me to open a med spa with him. And so I did take the buyout, and that was the start of it.
Nice. So you started out because you almost have three separate kind of entities here a little bit. I
do.
mean, they all work together beautifully, of course. But you have a medical spa, which is Aesthetics Plus of Utah Medical Spa.
Correct.
Tell me all the wonderful things you do there, because anti-aging products and techniques and technologies have come so far. It's so
It
cool.
has come so far since I started. It is just amazing, you know, the injectables, the Botox. Right now, they're even doing stem cell. So it's just, the progress is growing so fast that as far, you know, people, I still think, you know, if you want plastic surgery, have plastic surgery. But, you know, there's people that don't, and you can get a lot of big results.
You have here on staff now, you have a medical director, a
Correct.
doctor here on
Correct.
staff, and then you also have an RN who is your sister, Miss Sheila, and she's a business partner. So when you come here and you are receiving Botox and fillers, you are receiving it not only from a medical professional, but she's an artist. I have seen her before and afters. I have seen her work. She does incredible, incredible work, and I think that's the key to all of those things.
It is. And within our office, we work so well together. That's the key. You know, because I've changed product lines a couple of times, and it was simply because, you know, as products advance, I'm going there. Now, this product, I feel, is just on the cutting edge all the time.
Which is Lyra.
Yes.
So you started out with the medical spa, and then you branched into being a distributor. Which was obviously a natural progression because you have almost 3 parts to your company at this point.
I do.
You have grown into being such a cool thing. So you started with the distributorship, you represent Lyra, and then you also do continued education for licensed estheticians.
Correct.
Tell me about that whole process.
Okay, we do it every single Monday. You just have to call the office at 801-298-7080. And every Monday we have some kind of a training, whether it's product knowledge, like basic peels. You know, you learn basic, they do some advanced, but we go beyond.
And it's changing so fast.
It's changing all the time.
I would imagine if you got your esthetician license like maybe 5 years ago, you're behind the times, because at that point microblading wasn't a thing, and now it's a
Absolutely.
huge thing.
It's a huge thing.
And that's just one of a million different things that
Right.
you offer
Right.
continued education for. I know there is eyelashes, which started out as one thing.
Right.
Now they do volume lashes, which I had my volume lashes done here, and I absolutely love them. And so obviously you now have a school of your own.
I do.
Where if you are a licensed esthetician and you want to up your game, I highly recommend you check out their website, give them a phone call, and find out more information if you want to know about Lyra, because if you're interested in this product line, it is amazing. You mentioned the process of having other product lines in the past but wanting to stay on the cutting edge.
Right.
I've used Lyra for the last year. It has completely changed my skin. I'm like you. I had acne-prone skin. And it was when I was older. It was mostly in my 20s when it really broke out and was crazy. And I tell you, this stuff just keeps it under control, and I think my skin looks better now than it did when I was in my 20s, because I was using benzoyl peroxide and all that drying stuff. So tell me about this amazing product and where people can get it and where they can't, basically.
It is only bought from estheticians. They could call here. We can refer them to a spa, a medical spa, who does carry it. So you do have to be licensed to get the product.
And if you are interested in it and you're going to a medical spa and they don't have it, you basically can call here as well and tell him, hello, we need this product. Talk to
Right.
my doctor. Tell him he needs Lyra. Because it's
Exactly.
amazing, because you're the only representative. Well, you're the main one for Utah and Idaho, which is so great. So, Miss Claudia, you've done so much in this industry. Do you have any advice for somebody coming up, either interested in just starting their own business? Because I feel like you're my hero for a couple of reasons. You did it later in life, and in a really tough industry. What advice would you give people out there?
Just hang in there. And when I taught school, that's what I told them. It's not like you're going to get out of school and get 6 figures. It's just not practical to even think that way. It takes time. Just like hairdressers, it takes time. But you're a good esthetician, and those people keep coming back. And it just takes time. Hang in there. It's the most wonderful profession out there.
I would have to agree. I think if I didn't do this, I would definitely be coming here to work with you, because this stuff is just nothing but fun. You get to make people's days every day through making their skin better and making them feel great about themselves, and it would be a fun profession to be a part of. Well, Claudia, it is always a pleasure. I love talking to you. She's a fellow redhead, so sometimes you can't break us up. There's
Right.
just a bond there, right?
There is.
I don't know what that is, but hopefully moving into the future, we get to see a lot more of each other. We got eyelashes and lots of things to
That's
do,
right.
And we got to get Rich in here for some manscaping.
Yes.
Bonaducci, we're coming for you. Well, thank you so much for talking
Thank
to me
you.
today. Don't go anywhere, because Rich and I will be right back on Talk 365 right after this.